Welcome everyone to round 1 between ANZ versus CCD in the Reddit 3v3 tournament. Now we're gonna start off by just going neutral. We're gonna quickly look at some of their units that they have. I'm not gonna talk through all of them or go through all of them, but we have a Russian deck. Ooh, we sped up a little bit too much there. I think we got mainly Soviet decks, Soviet deck there as well, and also a Soviet deck on the right. So pretty much all Soviet on this side. Let's go over towards the red team. ZSDs, T90s, ZTQs, so kind of a, I think that's a Russian-Chinese mixed deck. Completely forgot the name of it. We got a Soviet deck going towards the middle. Type 63, I think that's also a Russian deck. And we got, so mainly USSR decks with everyone except for one Chinese deck. So we're going to keep this in neutral mode, and we're going to look at it from ANZ's point of view. So, hopefully we can have an entertaining match. Just gonna speed things up here until we get some action. MI24D starting off the game with some battling here at the, wow, with the Lee Ran, actually blowing up some Lee Ran while taking out that helicopter. That's quite impressive. So I think the main battle is going to happen in Gulf and maybe also on Echo. Looks like both teams are pushing towards Echo. We got Faust here with his giant mechanized unit, or motorized unit I should say. And we got Fadeaway with a few units here, a little bit more armored, but that's going to be interesting to see. So over here we got a Golden Strelicky, killing off any APCs that try to show up. We got a Buratino coming up together with a T80 and a Scratchet, probably with some VDVs. That Buratino is probably going to open up on that town. On the far left, a big push from DN with a BRDM3 and a G.Lawton. Quite nice combination there, taking out all of these APCs and the infantry that shows up out of them. G.Lawtons are just really good because of their 20 rounds per minute and 3 AP or HP. So really good light unit killer, if you want to call it that. ZSD90 coming up together with a ZTZ85-2A. That's gonna kill these guys off without a problem. Make 25 PDs just circling the area, and it looks like the Buratino is finally opening up on this town. That's gonna do a lot of damage. That's for sure. And BTR-80 is just gonna wreck these units out in the open. Meanwhile, on the right, we got Faust having a skirmish with Fadeaway. Faust is actually attacking on two flanks at the same time, so one from the south and one from the east. Wow, BTR-90 combo is just wrecking these Yuppidai. They did get an RPG shot off, though. I think these guys will counter that quite beautifully together with the VDV-90s. BTR-90 is moving up. I think these guys will just get wrecked by the VDVs. There you go, one of them already taken out. Ooh, one of them getting taken out by the Zalo, I think. Oh, that's not gonna fire in time. Nope, that's gonna get killed by these guys. Spetsnaz GRU together with the BTR-90, and this BTR-90 unit together with the Yuppidai will just clear out those buildings. Let's quickly go towards the middle and the left. Looks like the left is already under control of DN. He did the right thing, pushing up into the forest and then moving up towards the tree line, sniping at anything that shows up on the left. Now it is easier to play from this side because you can get the high ground, but you should not be moving out in the open here if you're playing from the northern side. You should just try to get this hill, move to these buildings, and then pinch and move into Mike. But yeah, that's easier said than done, obviously. A giant BTR-90 push, moving up to the T90S. Probably going to take it down as well. Wow, a side shot from the BTR-90 with those autocannons actually did the trick and took those guys out. Blue is doing a massive push into Foxtrot. These BTR-90s will absolutely tear up anything in this area except for the ZTZ-85, but might actually go and find that command. Buratino firing into this open field here, probably to kill a few of these VDV-90s. That's going to do quite a lot of damage. Let's quickly go towards the right. Looks like Faust managed to push up way into this place. Spetsnaz GRUs moving up to reinforce. Yuppidais in the front. I think these are militia. So good use of militia here to basically spot where the enemy is. And just with that one BTR kill, they already paid back for themselves. They're only 5 points. That is just unbelievable. Meanwhile, in the middle, we see a lot of heavy stuff. T-72 B1's moving up. Golden Strelicky 90 and a T-80 just taking it out without a problem. These guys have 26 AP on those Metis M missiles. So not to be trifled with. Tunguska M moving up. I don't think it's in don't think it has line of sight on that MI4. Nope. MI4 in the forest. My god. Good hiding spot. Buratino firing through the ground to hit these tanks over here. And now there is a big push from blue sides. Blue team side. BTR 90s, T80s, and a Skrezet just moving up together to try to kill anything in this area. ZTZ 85 might be an issue though. But, oh, weapon jam, firing computer reset. Yep, that's not going to fire anytime soon. And he's dead. T80 took care of him. J87 unloading a 1-ton bomb on this, killing 2 Skrezets. It's a shame it didn't drop on all of these units here. That would have been a better kill. Another one coming up. I think it's gonna fire on the BTR 90s over here, or at least on this blob. And it will actually take care of nothing. Wow. Good thing he didn't lose that plane though. So a massive push on the right side. MiG-27 together with all of those ground forces are just blitzkrieging up USSR style. T-72B1s, BTR-90s, VDV-90s just charging ahead. It's just gonna take care of everything in this area. And that would put ANZ at a lead of +5 if they actually take over Charlie. They haven't even taken over Echo. So it's not really looking good for CCD at the moment. Alright, we got the BTRs moving up on the flanks again. BTRDs up against BTR-90s. That's not going to end well. And these grenades will just tear up any infantry that shows up out in the open here. But a J87 bombing run. Ooh, it was actually aiming up further north, in case these guys would keep moving. Mi-24D with that Yak B is just going to go absolutely ham on the VDVs here. It's absolutely devastating, that weapon. Another 1-ton bomb dropping on the Spetsnaz, I think. On the VDV, killing quite a few of them. But now with the Su-122s supporting the Spetsnaz Grus over here with that high HE, 5 HE, will just, well, these guys will be no match for that blue assault force. So meanwhile in Gulf, there's a pincer move going on. We got DN moving up on the left, and we got Nandamoy or whatever, Nandamonia, moving up from the south together with all of his infantry troops. So quite a good move here from blue team. VDV's moving up, taking out one tank, but quickly getting stunned by the quad PKTs. Well, actually, the 50 cals, the KPVTs, even bigger than the 50 cal from the Su-122s, and a giant J7 bomb finishing off those guys, doing quite a lot of damage to the BTR-90s, and that takes care of the push from the blue team. So a good combo, or good counter, I should say. Su-24 bombing absolutely nothing. Bombing the town randomly, trying to get some kills. Good move, I guess. Normally this town is filled, so definitely a good bombing run. Would have been better if there was actually something in it. 2 OSAs being moved out, and what I've noticed from most of these Reddit games is that there isn't really a lot of AA being used. I think planes are the way to go. At least that's the case in these Reddit videos. MiG-27 taking down a ZTZ-85, but getting shot down by the HQs even. Really good AA piece. Really cheap, by the way. 60 points for those stats. 4,200 meters range and 60% accuracy. That is quite insane. Now there's a big red push going on over here in Gulf. They're trying to get into these buildings, but the BTR-90 here are keeping most of the stuff suppressed, and there are some reinforcements coming up to reinforce that town. J7H bombs coming in, 3 of them. They're bombing the town, which is completely empty. If they waited for another 10 seconds, they might have actually killed quite a lot of the infantry that is now moving into here. So it was a good idea, but a little bit too soon. So Echo is in the hands of blue team. Charlie is being contested. Some Spetsnaz GRUs are guarding the area. SUs are being spawned in to try to clear those out. And with that flank from the end, oh boy, there's a Buratino, and he's dead. Wow. That one flank here is stopping the entire reinforcement zone or route into Gulf. So that could be the game changer right there. So ANZ is leading with +3 or gaining with +3, leading with quite a lot of points, about 222 points. So it does not really look good for CCD here. BTR 90 is still hammering away at any infantry that shows up. Strelicky being forced to move back. Yep. Against VDV, the only combo or counter against VDV is either VDVs or just autocannons. These guys are insanely good. Shock training, just really good stats. AKs and RPKs is just the way to go. So blue is pushing up since the reinforcement zone or route is blocked off by the Spetsnaz here. So really good push by from Nan and DN. Doing a really good job. SU-24M coming up to drop some berms. Let's see where those are going. Right on top of the SU. Doing some sort of damage on the VDVs. SU-27SK, not really one of my favorite planes. They tend to usually miss when I use them. Except this time. Actually hit on that, so that'll be out of the game for a bit. And the main fight kind of stalled. It was going on in the middle, but it kind of stalled at the moment since ANZ is now leading with, or gaining with plus, it was actually +4 for a second there. But Charlie is now taken back by red team, so they will be gaining with +2, but they already have more than a lead of 300 points. So I think this one is in the bag for ANZ. If that's the case, round 2 will determine if it's going to be ANZ that will continue to round 3, or if they have to do a tiebreaker, aka round 3. Or game 3, not round 3. The ZBTU army coming up. These look like World War II vehicles, if I'm honest. Look like the German half-tracks. So now they're gaining with +4 since they neutralized Charlie again by, I think, by killing that command or something. BTR 60P with a command squad is now moving up towards the town to get in a better position, giving valuable points to ANZ there. J7H coming up with another 1-ton bomb. Try to get these Spetsnaz out of there probably, and T-72BU is trying to pick away at the enemy's units here as well. 1-ton bomb dropping right on top of the Spetsnaz. Actually expecting the Spetsnaz to fall back, so it dropped those bombs behind them. So really nice bombing run there. Really well done. Oh, this is just ugly. This is just not nice to see. VDV-90s are just being taken care of by the BTR. There we go, unless they hit that Vampire. J7 now being taken out, so bombing is not going to be of use anytime soon. Buratino, not really worth it to use a J7 on that. It is heavily armored, so the best thing to do against this would probably be an ATGM plane or either cluster or something like that. So we got 4 minutes left on the clock. I think ANZ will just win by gaining those points needed. But yeah, so far both teams are doing good. Mike basically fell straight from the start. That kind of changed the game and it made it impossible for Golf to survive for anytime soon. But yeah, good game by both teams so far. 2 more J7Hs coming up to drop 2 more 2-ton bombs. I think the Tunguska will probably take care of at least one of them. There you go, one of them down. Doing some damage to the Spetsnaz and whatever this was. Not quite sure what it killed over here. Oh, just an Osa, I think. But it was already a dead one. Don't know what it killed. Spetsnaz GRU up against Gornish Relic and VMF. The VMF are really good with that Ventores. Really nice marksman rifle there. It does a lot of damage. Obviously, it is able to fire faster in real life, but, you know, to keep it balanced. Just fires 1 per 5 seconds or something like that. Doing a lot of damage there. So now ANZ is gaining with +2. That assault onto Charlie really made a difference and pushed them up in terms of conquest points to a whole new level. And I think CCD is gonna have to try something else, because the second round is also on this map with I don't know if it's gonna be the same positions, but we'll see. a giant infantry battle over here. Or 49 points left for ANZ to win the game. We got about 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock as well. SU-24M bomber coming up again, doing quite a lot of damage, but not really finishing off any of these VDVs since they were just on the house next to those bombs, I guess. But really good game from both teams. Round 2 is going to be even more intense if CCD manages to win that one. Only one way to find out, guys. That's nasty. Another Buratino strike right on top of that blob. That is really nasty. Oh my god, that just killed a lot of units. Buratinos are just amazing. Really amazing units. T90S and a BU moving up, basically 2 T90s to deal with any heavy stuff over here. We got a enemy or red team BU actually, so those might be used to take care of that. But with only 13 points left on the conquest meter, I think it's a GG for both teams. SU-24M with their coup de grace bombing. And a T90S moving up to finish off the rest. Beautiful tank. Oh, that earthquake though. And that was it. Now, if you enjoyed this total victory from ANZ, definitely stay tuned for round 2, which is going to be on the same map actually. And I have no idea what the outcome is going to be. I just checked the replay folder, and it was on Jungle Law, so that is going to be interesting. Until then, bye.